OSU Studios in Oklahoma City. This is an OSU update with Kyle Fredrickson. I'm Jenny Carlson. Kyle, obviously signing day fast approaching. Next Wednesday it'll be here, and the Cowboys still trying to add to their class. Got a commitment over the weekend that is big, and I mean that physically and whatever. I don't. 6'6" guy though, committing to the Cowboys. What can you tell us?
You know, it was really a surprise, I think, in a lot of people's minds. The Cowboys picked up a commitment from Lewis Brown. He's like you had mentioned, 6'6", 205 pounds, a real versatile player who played both offense and defense in high school. Burton High School, a small town about an hour west of Houston. So a little bit of the backstory on this kid. He had been committed to Texas as little as about a week ago. On his official visit, had decommitted, tweeted out that he wasn't going to go there anymore. A source with the Scout Network said that it was a mutual decision to part ways, take that from what you will. But, you know, if this is a guy who stays to his pledge up until signing day, it's a pretty big get for the Cowboys. He's, like I said, he played wide receiver and outside linebacker in high school, but he figures to have the most impact on the defensive line as an edge pass rusher. Very long frame, very fast, quick guy for the size that he has. And the Cowboys returned both of their starting defensive ends from last year, and Jimmy Bean and Emmanuel Ogbah. But to have a guy who's a little bit of a project, who needs to put on some weight with the intangibles that he has, certainly a huge pickup for the Cowboys, and bolsters their class with another very highly sought-after guy.
Definitely so. Okay, let's talk running backs, because that's a position where the Cowboys are thin. They've got some guys returning, but could clearly use some depth there. What's the latest with the running back position? Well,
all eyes, I think, really this weekend during the official visits were on Chris Carson, a guy from Butler Community College in Kansas. Has been a long-time Georgia commit, grew up in Georgia. You know, it has those ties already all the way back to August when he made that commitment to the Bulldogs. But considering kind of how the running back corps are shaking out, both in Athens and Stillwater, you know, going to OSU would be a pretty wise decision for this guy if he wants to get playing time right away. As we've seen with Georgia, when Todd Gurley went down this year, Nick Chubb came in and played very well, had a 1,500-yard season. So the opportunity for him to get a majority of carries, it wouldn't be very high, as opposed to coming to OSU. So after the visit, he had talked with the Scout Network and had told GoPokes.com that he's still committed to Georgia, but definitely considering OSU. And if he does want playing time, I mean, Stillwater would seem to be the place.
Definitely so. Okay, lastly, a wide receiver, two-star wide receiver commits to SMU. Why should we care about this one, Kyle?
Right. You know, this is something that we've talked about earlier on this show as well, about Xavier Castile, two-star wide receiver from Rockwall, did a lot of different things for his program, but was very good friends with Chris Warren, a running back from Rockwall that the Cowboys were very high on. Another three-star guy who has you know, offers from some top programs across the nation, has OSU in his top 4. You know, it was thought that maybe this would be a package deal for these two guys being teammates. They visited OSU on the same weekend. So now that Castile has committed to SMU, it doesn't look like it's going to be a package anymore, and it kind of opens up the options, I think, a little bit for as far as what Warren might do. His dad, Chris Warren Sr., played for the Seattle Seahawks. He has a very strong family presence in Washington, had visited the Huskies as recently as this past week. But like I had mentioned before, you know, this is a situation where OSU has a lot to sell for its running backs position as far as playing time, where this offense is going. So, you know, we'll just kind of have to wait and hold our breath until signing day on the 4th.
All right, lots to keep up with. We'll be covering that here, and obviously big signing day coverage next Wednesday, February 4th. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoma.